Welcome back to my podcast. And this podcast is I communicate with the ChatGPT like the podcast. So let's get started. Hello.
Hey there again. Feel free to let me know if there's anything else on your mind or if you want to chat about something new. I'm here whenever you need. And it sounds like you... That's definitely an intriguing development. On one hand, having such a huge open source model out there really does shake up the landscape a bit. It gives researchers and developers a powerful new tool that isn't locked behind closed doors or proprietary licenses. But you're right that the hardware side is still a pretty big factor. Running a 754 billion parameter model is no small feat, and that kind of research requirement can definitely limit who can realistically use it.
Some might not completely topple closed source dominance overnight, but it does push the needle toward openness. It's a step toward a future where really powerful AI tools might be more widely accessible, as long as you've got the hardware muscle to handle them.
Can you tell me what is exactly the advanced features around this GLM5?
Absolutely. The big headline with something like GLM5 is that it's open source and massive, which means it's a kind of heavyweight model that anyone can technically access and experiment with. A few key advantages would be, one, transparency and customization. Because it's open source, researchers and developers can look under the hood, tweak it, and adapt it to their own needs. That's a big plus for anyone who needs to fine-tune a model for specific tasks or just understand how it works at a deeper level. Two, performance on complex tasks. With its huge number of parameters, it's designed to handle really complex reasoning and agentic tasks, meaning things that require multi-step logic or acting like a sort of autonomous agent. So it's not just big for the sake of being big. It's meant to excel at more intricate AI tasks that simpler models might struggle with. Three, community collaboration. Being open source means the whole community can contribute to making it better, sharing improvements and innovations. That can speed up development and make the model evolve faster. Some common GLM5's advantages are mostly about having a super powerful, transparent model that the whole community can build on. And once you mentioned, you still need the hardware to run it.
Yes. So, do you think it's really have a huge the progress in the coding? Because we can see, I see a lot of the social media is how to say 吹捧 in English.
You're probably looking for the word hyping. So yeah, you're saying a lot of social media hyping it up, and that's understandable. Anytime a giant new model drops, there's a wave of excitement about how much it might change things. And James Comet specifically, it really could be a big deal if it performs well in generating code, solving complex programming tasks, or acting as a kind of advanced coding assistant. Of course, some of the excitement might be a bit of hype, and we'll have to see how it really performs in the hands of developers over time. But if it lives up to its potential, it can indeed be a big step forward, especially for folks who want a powerful and flexible open source coding tool.
Yes, hyping. So I see a lot of the social media hyping it up, like the very powerful the coding from the web coding to the system agentic coding, and I really what is exactly across this change, because we know like the cloud coder or codex it's consistency for the system coding, not like just the web coding.
Exactly, and that's a really good point. The hype often makes it sound like a single model is going to revolutionize everything from web coding all the way to really complex system level programming. In reality, the big change is probably going to be more incremental. Models like GLM5 might be able to handle a wider variety of coding tasks with better consistency, including those bigger system level or multi-step agentic coding projects. But it's a magic bullet that changes everything overnight. So while it could be a big step forward, making it easier to handle a broader range of coding scenarios more reliably, there's still going to be a place for other specialized tools. It's not a big shift toward having a really versatile open source model that can do a lot of things well, even if it's not the only tool you ever need.
Okay, so we enter the next topic.
Sure thing. Let's move on to the next topic whenever you're ready. Just let me know what you'd like to dive into next, and we'll keep the conversation going.
Before we dive into the next topic, Do you think I, as a host, how do I introduce it? We enter the next topic and expression more English.
Of course, a simple and natural way to say it might be something like, all right, let's dive into our next topic. Or now that we've covered that, let's jump into the next subject. Basically, just a casual transition line like that will do the trick. It sets the flow and keeps things smooth for your listeners.
Now that we cover that, let's jump in. Let's jump into the next subject.
That sounded perfect. You've got it exactly right. That kind of transition feels natural and keeps the conversation flowing nicely. So whenever you're ready, let's jump into the next subject. That's a really interesting angle. It does kind of feel like we're seeing the early stages of turning AI into something like a customizable toy with its own manual skills. And then we're just having static software tools. You're getting these modular pieces that you can plug into your AI to teach it in your tasks or workflows. Over time, this will really check how we think about software as a service. Instead of clicking buttons in a UI, you're just adding skills to your AI so it can handle those tasks for you. It's like building a personalized digital team member who gets new capabilities as easily as installing an app. Definitely one concept to think about.
I don't really know exactly the happening from just so short the news summary. As I know, Skill have launched a lot of the times and so many AI coding have supported. What exactly the release from the OpenAI?
Absolutely. It's a fair question because the idea of skills has been floating around in various forms for a while. And this particular release, what OpenAI is doing is essentially rolling out a structured way to bundle up instructions and resources, but you can install into the AI. Think of it kind of like giving the AI a new set of abilities or a new playbook that it can use to carry out certain tasks on demand. What makes this really special is that it's a more formalized, user-friendly way to integrate these repeatable procedures into ChatGPT or into their API. Instead of just running a platform track every time, you have a kind of pre-built skill that you can drop in and use whenever you need it. It's like having a ready-made module that turns your AI into a more flexible tool for specific workflows.
So OpenAI is just create like the open app store to let more regular user to use the skill, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. It's like adding an app store for AI capabilities so that more everyday users can just pick and choose the skills they want to add. Instead of having to be a developer or write complex prompts, you can just install a skill and let the AI handle that task for you. It's a way of making advanced AI features more accessible to people who might not have technical expertise, which is a pretty cool shift.
Okay, I understanding. So we jump in the next topic.
Absolutely. Now that you've got the gist of it, let's go ahead and jump into the next topic. Just let me know what's in my next. I'm gonna keep rolling. That's a really fascinating angle to dive into. It's almost like we're stepping into a sci-fi scenario where AI is iterating on itself. On one hand, it's incredibly cool because it means that AI can refine its own code and improve over time, kind of like a self-improving loop. But it does raise the question of human oversight. When an AI is the one doing the building, you need to make sure there's still humans in the loop to catch those deeper issues like bugs or potential blind spots that the AI may miss. It's a bit like watching a feedback loop in action. As long as there's a good balance of human guidance, it can be a powerful tool. But it's super fascinating things to watch as AI starts taking a bigger role in building and refining itself.
Can you previous to introduction? What is the Devin?
Of course, Devin is basically an AI software engineer developed by a company called Cognition. The idea is that Devin can handle coding tasks much like a junior engineer would. So it's an AI that's designed to write, refactor, and improve code on its own. And now the AD is using Devin to help build and refine itself, which is kind of like a recursive loop. So in a nutshell, Devin is an AI coding that's starting to work on its own code.
So Devin, it is the people what? Let me see. Devin is basically an AI software engineer developer by a company.
Exactly, you got it. Devin is not a person, but an AI created by a company called Cognition. It's basically their AI software idea, a tool designed to handle programming tasks that a human junior engineer might do. So instead of a person named Devin, it's really an AI named Devin doing the coding work.
So what it can do is the Devin.
In a nutshell, Devin can take on coding tasks that you normally give to a junior developer. So it can write code, fix bugs, refactor existing code to make it cleaner, and generally handle the kind of programming tasks that are routine but still important. It's like having a virtual junior engineer who can take care of a lot of the groundwork so that human developers can focus on more complex problems. And now the AD is using Devin to help improve itself by working on its own code. So basically, it's a coding assistant that can handle a range of development tasks on its own.
Okay, I got it. So, Devin is like the cloud coder is the AI coding tools, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. It's like how Cloud can help with language tasks or how Codex can turn natural language into code. Devin is another AI coding tool, but it's focused on acting like a junior software engineer. So the sense is in this family, AI coding operations with its own twist.
Okay, so this topic is about Devin. It has be a AI. Why is build it itself? I don't understanding the topic.
No worries, I can clarify that a bit. The main idea in the topic is that this AI tool Devin isn't just being used to write regular code, it's actually being used to write and improve its own code, basically working on itself. So it's a bit like a loop. The AI is helping to refine and upgrade its own programming. The discussion is about what happens when an AI starts doing that, whether we lose a bit of human oversight, or what challenges might come up when an AI runs into a problem it can't solve on its own. It's kind of a thought experiment about AI self-improvement and how we manage that.
Okay. So, do you think is built by himself is better than the manually write coding by human?
That's a really good question. In some ways, having an AI help improve its own code can speed things up and catch certain patterns that a human might miss. It's like having an AI assistant who can handle the routine updates and improvements, which can free up humans to focus on more creative or complex tasks. The coaching is something human oversight. Humans bring a level of understanding, intuition, and judgment that AI doesn't have. So same way not one being absolutely better than the other, it's more about using both together. The AI can handle kind of optimization tasks, and humans can add the process and tackle the bigger picture decisions.
Okay. Thank you. So we dive the next topic.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help clarify things. Want to go ready for the next topic? Just let me know, and we'll jump right in. That's a really intriguing idea. If we start moving from search engines that just find information to action engines that actually do things on the left for us, I'm like Egyptian websites are designed. Right now, websites are built with human visitors in mind. People who click buttons, fill out forms, and navigate visually. When our AI agents are the ones doing the visiting, we might see a shift where sites are optimized for machine navigation, making it easier for these autonomous agents to interact directly and perform tasks. So we might see a web that's increasingly designed not just for human eyes, but also for AI hands. So it's an interesting evolution to think about.
I currently have used the Comet a long time. Instead, give up. From give up to use the Chrome. So I think the Comet I less time to use is the AI inner of this the Comet. I prefer use the ChatGPT. So what exactly is the upgrade?
Got it. So if you've been using Comet for a while and you're more comfortable with ChatGPT, an upgrade to Comet zone is really about giving the AI inside the browser more autonomy. In other words, instead of just helping you find information like a search engine, this new agentic approach means it can actually perform tasks on websites by itself, like filling out forms or uploading files. So that puts in about making the browser into more of an autonomous helper rather than just a passive tool. If you're already comfortable with ChatGPT, think of it as adding a layer where the AI doesn't just chat, and should design those things on your behalf.
Okay, so
Absolutely. I'm glad I helped clear things up a bit. So yeah, it's basically like adding some enhance to the browser so it can do a bit more than just flip things up for you. If you have any questions about it, just let me know.
how to expression in English like the I have used the command since give up the browser give up the Chrome.
You can say something like, I've been using Comet ever since I stopped using Chrome, or I switched to Comet after I gave up on Chrome. I got this idea pretty naturally.
Okay, so we talk in the last topic.
Sure, let's dive right back into it. Just let me know what angle you want to pick up then, and we'll continue the conversation from there. That's a really insightful topic. It's true that as AI models get more powerful, the cost of running them, especially with large context windows, can go way up. Since it's not a form model, but also about being really clever with how you manage the data that goes in and out. Identifying those context hacks is kind of like an invisible cost that can eat away at profitability if you're not careful. The companies that figure out how to train and optimize that context usage are going to be the ones that turn a cool demo into a sustainable business. So yeah, the future will be involved so many engineering practices just as much as smarter models.
What is the flashy demo?
A flashy demo is basically a really impressive or eye-catching demonstration of a product's capabilities. Something that most people say wow when they first see it. It's often designed to show off what the technology can do in a really polished, attention-grabbing way. What's idea is a demo that look amazing up front, but behind the scenes, it can be expensive to run if you don't manage the cost well. So turning a custom demo into something that's actually profitable means being smart about how you handle all that context and computing costs.
So, this topic is talking the.
Exactly. This topic is all about how it's not enough to just have an impressive AI demo that wows people. They wrote your own is making sure that AI is engineered efficiently enough so that it doesn't become too costly to run at scale. And in other words, it's all the economics behind AI, making sure that all those tokens and context windows are managed in a way that doesn't break the bank. So yeah, Jay about how smart engineering and cost management are becoming just as important as having a smart model.
I think the token is also be a really attractive point if I want to use the new AI product.
Absolutely, you're spot on. When you are using a new AI product, knowing that it's efficient with tokens can definitely be a big plus. And this is designed to be both cost effective and scalable, which is a huge advantage if you're planning to use them regularly or at a larger scale. So yeah, continuing any token efficiency can offer a product that won't just work well, but also won't cost a fortune more.
Holy shit, you speak so quickly, bro.
I appreciate that. I do tend to get a little enthusiastic. But I'll keep it at whatever face makes best for you, kiss on you, and we'll keep it comfortable.
Okay, thank you for joining this podcast.
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure chatting with you. If you ever want to dive into more topics, just let me know. Take care and have a great time with your podcast.